Bit of excitement here in the marina. Fishing boats just come in and they've enlisted the help of a forklift truck to get a fish off this boat. It looks so big. The back of the boat is actually lower in the water than the front of the boat, so it must be an absolute monster.
The Guardia Civil has turned up, so it's either a fish or a body.
Let's hope it's not a body.
Let's hope it's not a body.
Bam Bam is really looking at it. She's like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, I see a tail or something. It's definitely by the side of the boat and not in the boat. Look at that. Oh, it's a tuna. It's an absolute monster of a tuna.
Baby, should we go around there? We'd have to be quick. Baby, let's go around there. Come on.
Yeah, okay. There's another one, look. Oh my god, I can't describe the emotions.
What? Is it in there?
They're putting in a fridge. Go, go, go. Get in there, babe. Go right in. That's even bigger than the last one.
Wow, it's huge.
It's some kind of devotion that brings me down. That without my love for the ocean, I will be no one. No You're holding my mind in a tight grip when I walk all over you, and your blood is in the water.
In it goes.
Straight through my
And in goes the Guardia Civil.
That's amazing. Apparently they swim around in schools. These absolutely enormous tuna. And it's a thing. You know, one person catches one, everybody catches one.
Yeah, there's a season for it, and apparently right now there's a season, and that is the biggest fish I've ever seen in my life.
And I don't know whether to be impressed or disgusted.
But these fish are worth thousands of euros.
Oh, thousands and thousands, yeah.
So we've even been given information by some locals that the Guardia Civil have to be called to weigh the fish because they're only allowed to fish so much weight.
They have a quota that they're allowed to fish. So when they catch a fish this big, it's got to be registered. And they just caught 2 of them. I mean, we were in La Gomera, right? And they had this $1 million fishing competition, and all of these sports fishing boats there sitting doing nothing through lockdown, just getting looked after by janitors and whatnot, getting washed down, getting clean, making sure the chrome wasn't getting rusty and whatnot, doing absolutely nothing. And then when the lockdown ended, they went out and they caught this bloody great big fish, didn't they?
Massive. But it was about this time of year.
It was, but it wasn't as big as either of these 2 things. And these 2 tiny little fishing boats, and there's just a couple of blokes on board with a couple of hooks and some fishing rods.
And a dog.
And a dog, and they've caught these monster fish.
Absolutely massive.
Yeah.
Bigger than a person.
Unbelievable.
As big as mine. That's big.
Way bigger than me. The fish that they're catching are called Eastern Atlantic bluefin tuna, and they can reach weights of upwards of 700 kilos. I know that the ones that they caught here were only about 350 kilos, but that's still pretty impressive. Their cousin, the yellowfin tuna, can only reach sizes of about 225 to 250 kilos. So despite the fact that these fish have little yellow fins down their tail, they are Eastern Atlantic bluefin tuna. And they're unique because they're warm-blooded. And they're warm-blooded because they migrate all across the Atlantic, but always returning to the spawning site where they were hatched. They can swim thousands of miles, and they're very good at it as well. They can reach speeds of up to 55 miles per hour. And they do this because they've always got to keep moving, because as soon as they stop moving, they run out of oxygen. And obviously because of this, over time they've developed excellent hunting skills. They eat things like mackerel and crustaceans, stuff like that. It's an incredibly lucrative fish for fishermen to catch. The Japanese seem to regard it above all others. One bluefin tuna sold for $1.76 million in Japan in 2013, and that was only 250 kilos. Now, because it's so lucrative, the bluefin tuna population is on the brink of extinction, and there are many efforts at work to try and prevent the extinction of these fish. It's not helped by nations where the fishing population wants to catch these fish, and Spain and other EU member states vetoed a ban on the export of bluefin tuna not so long ago. So yeah, they are a critically endangered species, which makes it even more sad to see them being hauled out the water here. Yeah, they migrate each year around about the same time, so it's sad to think that their genetically hard-coded instincts are what's causing them to be overfished, because they obviously pass through this region at the same time every year, and the fishermen are all just sitting waiting for them, you know, with a hook in the water. And that's all it takes. They've got no special fishing equipment. What else can I tell you about bluefin tuna? They only mature to spawn when they're about 8 years old, and their average lifespan is about 15 years, but some of them have been known to live for up to 50 years. And when they do spawn, they can spawn about 54 million eggs in one season. Now obviously efforts are being made to allow the stocks to recover. That's why the Guardia Civil have to measure and weigh every bluefin tuna that comes out the water to make sure that it's not overfished. The sad thing is that they just keep coming out of the water. It's been relentless. Not just bluefin tuna, but other absolutely beautiful sea creatures, as you'll see. You always know when there's something exciting going on when a whole bunch of people turn up at the fish centre, which is just across the way. Yes, I'm sorry, El Charlie, if you don't have a 300 kilo tuna, you can't come in. Oh, the turtle's gonna have a field day down there. Did you see all the guts go back in the water? Oh, he likes me a nice bit of yellowfin tuna guts, so he does.
Maybe he's just a bit fucked off. That one's probably bigger than his, so, you know.
It doesn't look bigger.
It's pretty bloody big though.
I tell you what, he won't be fucked off. There's one of him on that boat and one fish came off, and there's 4 of them on that boat and only 1 fish came off. He's probably bloody knackered. He's like, I'm off to bed now, and when I get up, oh, I'm gonna drink so much red wine.
You You've got to wonder how much effort it takes to actually reel it in as such, make it not tip your boat over.
Yeah, it's insane. Man versus beast.
Unfortunately, man won.
Man won. Oh, here comes El Carly. He's having another turn at it. Sorry, mate. No, still no room. If your fish isn't the size of a London red bus, you can't come in.
No, El Carly's going, here, do you need some fish bait?
You might be able to catch another tuna with the tuna that I just caught. How big is it? It's just a tiddler, you know, 10 kilos, something like that.
Pushing this dog is just impossible. Like, look, yay, Kika. Bam Bam, yay, Kika. Here comes another beast of the sea. It only took about, what, 2 minutes? Less than 2 minutes. Fanny! It's Fanny!
But I don't see him dragging anything. He did look pretty pleased with himself though, so maybe this is just his regular catch of the day. Everyone's up there going, ah! You think you're full of yourself, mate. You want to see what your mate's brought in just before you. You're going to be gutted when you see this.
What are they? Because you see that young, really hot, fit lad there, walking along towards the crane. He's the crane driver. That's how I knew a big fish was coming in. Because the young, hot, fit guy was there.
Young, hot, fit guy?
Yeah.
Is that what you called him?
Yeah. He's only there when the cranes need to be used.
Are there any more adjectives you could add to that? Young, hot, fit.
Gorgeous, future husband. Any of those things.
It's payday in Restinga. Oh, look at the size of this one. Look at the size of that. What a monster.
Another one.
Oh, this guy's having a payday. He's putting these sports fishing boats to shame, isn't he? In his little chug. And they've got like hundreds of thousands of dollars of fishing equipment, and this guy's got a hook. Here's another. This fella doesn't look overly pleased with himself, so maybe he doesn't have one. P. Miguel looks thoroughly hacked off. That's a barracuda. That better not be my barracuda that I saw. What's this then? Is this another one? That's another one? Bloody hell.
I mean, we've been diving all the way around and yet we only seen one barracuda and he's just caught 2. Are you kidding me?
Another bloody barracuda. What the chuff. Good grief, what a day.
I've never seen so many fish caught in this marina before.
No. This is absolutely unprecedented. Oh, there's another one. It's got another one. Oh my days.
That's sad. Like, one of our first open water dives, a barracuda just swam right in front of us. One of the highlights of any dive I've ever done.
For me, it was the highlight of scuba diving so far. It was stunning.
Seen, what, 4 of them?
Yeah.
Just 4 of them loaded loaded up on a pallet. It's like, I don't want to see them on a pallet. I want to see them in the ocean. Come on. You can get your protein in other ways, folks.
It's been a pretty disturbing few days actually, hasn't it?
With the amount of fish, yeah.
It's not the amount of fish. I mean, you see fish being hauled out of the ocean all the time, but it's the size of the fish, and you think that fish, that's got some presence, you know?
Yeah,
and
but
it
you
was
can't say that just because of the size of the fish. You can't, just because it's big doesn't mean it means more. It's like a goldfish life isn't, I mean, it's not as important.
So it does then. It's upsetting on some level. I see these fish being pulled out of the ocean, and there's something majestic about the larger ones, and it's for it to just have its life taken away because I'm hungry. It's not cool, man.
I mean, I wouldn't eat Bam Bam. I mean, I might eat Kika. I might do, like, if we start sinking and we've run out of food, Kika's the first to go. But
It's not much on her though.
no. And you're a bit old, so
You just take a leg off. There's loads of meat on my leg.
yeah, I know.
You don't have to eat me all at once.
It's like eating mutton instead of lamb.
You're going for the flavour now, are you?
I don't know. I haven't eaten meat or fish in 20 years, so I'd eat her.
Rude. So that's 3 barracuda he's just brought up. There's number 4. Look at that. Oh, those beautiful creatures. He's going back down for more. Oh, this is shameful. 5 beautiful creatures. And 1.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like and subscribe. Help us make more videos like this by joining our Patreon family.